Have you ever gone to the craft store and got all of the yarn for your project, bought it home and created it, only to be left with one skein of yarn and you don't know what to do with it? Or have you ever had that special someone give you a nice gift, but they didn't know any better and only gave you one skein of yarn? And you thought, this is beautiful, but I don't know what I'm going to do with one skein. Yes, well, in this video, I'm going to share 20 crochet projects that you only need one skein of yarn to make. Hi, my name is Sterling. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm going to break up all of these projects into 4 different categories: accessories, clothing, kitchen, and home decor. So first, let me share some accessory patterns with you. First is the Blackberry Beanie by Burgundy and Blush. This piece is beginner friendly and is worked from the bottom up. First, you make the ribbing using single crochet. Then you create the body, and then lastly, cinch the hole closed at the top. This piece only uses 160 yards or 100 grams of chunky weight yarn for an adult-sized beanie. This pattern is free on their blog, but they also have sizes from newborn all the way up to adult large in their paid pattern. This next one also makes a great quick gift. It's the eyelet purse by Knitting with Chopsticks. The final piece measures 16 centimeters or 6.5 inches wide by 12 centimeters or 4 3/4 inches high. So it's the perfect size to put a phone, a thin wallet, and some keys into. It only uses basic stitches, so it's beginner friendly, and I really liked this little butterfly button detail on this one. They also have pictures for each step on their blog post, so that's pretty helpful. Next is the Woven Crochet Headband by Cypress and Wool. This is a great piece to make for the fall or winter to stay warm. It's a beginner friendly project and uses a foundation single row to set it up. And then the headband is worked as one long rectangle, then it's seamed together on the side. It's designed to have a snug fit, and they also have it in 3 different sizes for adult, toddler, and child. You could also make the Sailor Hair Bow by the Wannabe Grandma. I've seen bows like this everywhere lately. This pattern is definitely beginner friendly and versatile. There are 5 different sizes from mini to jumbo that you can make, and the link on my blog will lead to a free version of their medium-sized bow, which is about 4.5 inches wide by 3.5 inches high. And you only use 2 basic stitches to create it. So it's definitely beginner friendly. And I love how versatile these bows are. You can add it to a hair tie like they did for this specific design, or you can add it to another accessory, put it on your clothes and spice up an outfit. There's so many different things you can do with it. And it definitely has a coquette aesthetic vibe, which is definitely trending right now. And let me know if you'd like to see a specific coquette aesthetic crochet video, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. I've been definitely getting into this aesthetic lately and would love to make this for you all. You could also make this chunky cowl by Make and Do Crew. It only uses the chain, double crochet, slip stitch, and skip a stitch techniques to create. This is a really simple cowl and you can definitely whip it up in an hour. And because it's made with chunky yarn and a 15mm crochet hook, it'll definitely whip up really quickly. Or you could make the Mozu bag by Sweet Softies. This one is so chic, it's easy to grab and go, and it's a nice little wristlet. I definitely really love to make these to wear while on the go. It uses basic stitches to create and is 7.75 inches in length, not including the handles, by 8.75 inches in width. This pattern is definitely small. It's worked from the bottom up, and there's a free pattern on their website with a YouTube tutorial video, or you could also print the ad-free pattern for purchase. And if you do craft markets, I'd imagine that this one would do really well because it's such a nice chic accessory. And lastly, for accessories, you could also make a scrunchie. Here is a lovely pattern by Megan Faith Makes. I really love the lace weight yarns, especially with this mohair on this pattern, and it only uses 180 meters. Now I'll share some One Skein crochet clothing projects with you. First is the Sasha Bralette by Taylor Lynn. This one only uses basic stitches, so it's definitely super beginner friendly. And there's a full YouTube video tutorial on this one, so that's definitely helpful. You could also make a bolero like this one by Cameron Kane. This one's definitely a beginner-friendly project and very quick to work up. And they only used 100 grams of the yarn bee yarn to create it, so it definitely doesn't use much yarn. Next is this trendy tube top by Rosie. I really love how trendy this pattern is with the nice cutouts, and it's very quick to work up. They only used 100 grams as well to make the small size, and this pattern is made to measure, which is very convenient if you're making it for yourself and want an exact fit. You could also make this tube top by ABOC Studio. I really liked the customizations that she shares with this project. It only uses between 40 to 100 grams of DK weight yarn to make, and it has sizes extra small to extra large. There's also a full YouTube video for this one as well, which is great. Lastly, for clothes is this gorgeous star top by Janie. I really fell in love with this piece. They used a 4-weight yarn and used 30 grams for the star and 60 grams for the base. So under 100 grams to create. They used the tapestry method here, so it's definitely more of an intermediate pattern. And there's a full YouTube video for this one, or a paid pattern which has made to measure customizations. Now let me share some ONE SKEIN projects that are perfect for the kitchen. First is the Seaside Washcloth by Daisy Cottage Designs. This project only used 85 yards of worsted weight yarn per cloth. The cloth measured 8 inches per square, and it has a video tutorial pattern to go with it. It's also very beginner friendly and only uses basic stitches. Next are these pot scrubbers by Make and Do Crew. As a person who always wants to find another use for those little mesh bags that fruit come in from the grocery store, I really loved this one. These are really quick and easy to whip up and mainly use the single crochet increase and decrease stitches to create. It only uses 99 yards or 2 ounces of medium 4-weight yarn to make. And you don't have to be precious with the stitches on this one. It's definitely function over form. And to make it, you just hold one strand of that cotton yarn along with the mesh together to make it. Or you could make these really charming scrubbies called the Sun's Out by A Crocheted Simplicity. This one's really fun. It only uses 25 yards of cotton yarn and 10 yards of scrubby yarn to make it. But you can also, of course, use one skein of yarn for this. This one is worked in continuous rounds so that there isn't a seam. And first you work the center, then the flames, and then that hand loop. And this one would be really cute to make as a gift or to display around your kitchen or in a bathroom. I really loved how they displayed it in this picture on their blog. You could also make a crochet placemat like this one by Joe to the World. This placemat is 18 inches by 12 inches without the tassels and only uses 240 yards of medium 4-weight yarn. This project only uses basic stitches as well, and you just need to know how to chain, count stitches, skip stitches, and work a single crochet stitch to make it. It's made by the row up and is easy to make it bigger or smaller to customize as you like. And this one's really repetitive to make. It just uses the moss stitch, so that's basically a single crochet, chain 1, and skip 1 stitch. I actually have a moss stitch tutorial. I'll put that in the card above if you want to check that out. And this one would be the perfect one to make while watching a show or something like that. And lastly, for kitchen patterns are these really trendy boho coasters by For the Frills. I've seen these everywhere personally on Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, but as macrame coasters. So when I saw this pattern, I thought that they were nice and very chic. These are made in continuous rounds as well and are made using Aran or worsted weight yarn. And you just hold 2 strands of Aran or worsted weight, or if you have sport or fine yarn, you can use 3 strands held together to make it. You mainly use the single crochet, and 1 skein of yarn that's about 100 grams could make about 6 coasters, so that's pretty good value for money. And now I have some home decor crochet patterns to share. First is this chunky crochet t-shirt yarn basket by Blue Star Crochet. This project only used 1 skein of Tech recycled t-shirt yarn, which is made using up remnant fabrics from the fashion industry, which I thought was pretty cool. It's worked in the round using the double crochet and I loved the leather hand details here. You could also use an old belt or thrift some leather and make them into some straps, and that would make for a really nice upcycle project. You could also make and use jean yarn or your own t-shirt yarn for this one, and if you want a tutorial on how to make that for yourself, feel free to check out the videos in the card above with my tutorials on how to do this. And this one works up pretty quickly and you don't have to focus much while making it because it's pretty repetitive. So perfect to watch a movie and make. Next are the Moonbeam baskets by Blossom Crochet. If you can't already tell, I love a good basket, and these are perfect to hang around your house and store little odds and ends in. It only uses 90 yards of bulky weight yarn per basket, and it measures 6.5 inches across by 5 inches in height. And this one's also worked in continuous rounds of single crochet to make it. And lastly, for home decor are these fun boho planters by You Should Craft. These are another trendy and aesthetic piece to make and only use 54 yards of dishy cotton yarn. This pattern fits a 5-inch pot, but there are also instructions on how to adjust it to fit a bigger pot, so it's very adaptable to fit your plant baby. Well, what did you think of my 20 ONE SKEIN crochet patterns? Let me know in the comments below, and also don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more crochet inspo. And let me know if you'd like to see more ONE SKEIN projects. I definitely found a lot while researching for this, so I can definitely make another video if that's something you'd like to see. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.